Hello everyone. Today we will be presenting on Istana Lama Seri Menanti, focusing on its role as a heritage asset and how it can be enhanced for tourism purposes. I'm Iman and I'm joined by Tabasu. Here is a quick overview of our presentation. Istana Lama Seri Menanti was constructed between 1902 and 1908 to replace Istana Puleh, which was destroyed during the Bukit Putus War in 1875. The design was initiated by local artisans Kahar and Taib and finalized by Mr. Woodford from the Public Works Department. The palace reflects Minangkabau architectural influence, featuring 5 levels and 99 columns, symbolizing the 99 palace officers. At its core are 4 central pillars, each 20 meters tall, representing the senior palace officials. They were sourced from Bukit Pegai in Jelebu. What's most unique is that the entire structure was built without nails, using wooden pegs called pasak, showcasing traditional Malay construction techniques.
Pasak ni dia satu kayu yang kecil, tapi bila kita kenakan pada satu binaan, dia boleh tampung satu benda yang besar. Kalau paku, risiko dia berkarat. Kalau pasak ni tak berkarat dah.
The palace has had multiple uses over the years. From 1908 to 1931, it was the official residence of the Yang di-Pertuan Besar of Negeri Sembilan. After that, it was occasionally used for royal and ceremonial events until 1959. From 1959 to 1964, it served as a religious school under the Negeri Sembilan Islamic Religious Council. Then, for almost 30 years, it was left unoccupied. In 1992, it found new life as the Royal Museum, officially opened to the public to showcase the state's royal heritage. These are pictures of the current state of the palace. This palace isn't just architecturally impressive, it is also historically significant. One of the most notable facts is that Tuanku Abdul Rahman, Malaysia's first Yang di-Pertuan Agong, was born right here in 1895. His birthplace adds national value to the palace legacy. Then, much later in 1992, it was officially transformed into the Royal Museum, with the inauguration led by Tuanku Jaafar. The museum continues to preserve and share the royal history of Negeri Sembilan with the public. About the current ownership and management, the palace is now managed by the Negeri Sembilan State Museum Department. It houses various artifacts such as royal regalia, traditional garments, and items related to the state's monarchy and history. There are active restoration efforts taking place to preserve the original structure, maintain its timber materials, and conserve the carvings and architectural details. The goal is to keep the palace functional as both a museum and a long-term cultural asset. In terms of exploration of heritage attractions, visitors can explore a variety of exhibits inside the palace. These include royal attire, ceremonial items, and personal artifacts that provide insights into the life of the royal family and the traditions of Negeri Sembilan. From an architectural standpoint, the building itself is a major attraction, with its multi-level wooden design and Minangkabau-style roofs. Just next to the palace is Rumah Tukang Kahar, a traditional wooden home built by one of the original artisans. It adds depth to the story of the palace and highlights local craftsmanship. The palace grounds also feature landscape gardens, and occasionally the site hosts cultural events and festivals. These activities, though limited, offer a more immersive experience for visitors.
Now I'll be talking about the conservation challenges. Maintaining a historical wooden structure in Malaysia's tropical climate comes with a set of challenges. The humidity accelerates timber deterioration, making continuous maintenance essential. Another issue is material sourcing. Finding traditional timber that matches the original materials is increasingly difficult due to deforestation and limited supply. Preserving architectural integrity is also complex. When parts of the structure are replaced, care must be taken to ensure they match the original design. There is also need to maintain cultural accuracy, particularly in the carvings. which blend Malay, Chinese, and even British influences. This makes restoration work both artistic and highly specialized. To better understand the tourism potential, we compared Istana Lama Seri Menanti with Bukchon Hanok village in Seoul, South Korea. Bukchon receives over 6 million visitors annually, partly because of its urban location and diverse cultural offerings, in contrast to Istana Lama Seri Menanti, which is lower in visitor traffic, largely due to its remote location and limited programming. Bukchon's cultural center offers interactive experiences like tea ceremonies and workshops, whereas Istana Lama primarily functions as a state historical exhibit. Bukchon also turns structural educational programs, whereas Istana Lama's engagement remains relatively limited. When we compare educational efforts, Istana Lama Seri Menanti offers relatively limited programs. It functions mainly as a historical display without structured learning activities. In contrast, the Bukchon Cultural Center provides a more immersive experience. They run educational sessions, including lectures on traditional Korean architecture and cultural practices, which appeal to both tourists and students. These kind of programs make Bukchon more engaging and informative, especially for younger visitors and educational groups. What are the findings we found? Bukchon Cultural Center outperforms Istana Lama Seri Menanti in terms of visitor engagement, activities, and educational programs. While Istana Lama Seri Menanti is a visual historical site, it lacks the interactive experience that make Bukchon a top cultural destination. Based on the comparison and identified challenges, we have 5 recommendations. First, improve visibility. The palace needs an official website, active social media, and to be part of the travel itineraries. Virtual tours and digital storytelling can also help reach wider audience. Second, enhance management. Introducing timed entries, setting in quiet zones, and using technology like QR codes or AR features can make the visit more engaging. Training guides in heritage interpretations would also improve the visitor experience. And third, increase promotion. Hosting cultural festivals, workshops, and school programs can attract visitor groups. Involving the local community through markets and tours can create a more sustainable and inclusive model for heritage tourism. In conclusion, Istana Lama Seri Menanti holds both historical and architectural importance, not only for Negeri Sembilan but for Malaysia as a whole. With the right improvement, it can become a vibrant, engaging, and educational heritage destination. Thank you.